Documentary Film Lab. We're very excited about this because with FDCP's thrust to really bring in an educational component pagdating sa mga tinutulungan natin ng mga filmmakers para makagawa ng mga pelikula nila. Napaka-importante para sa amin ngayon to introduce this concept. There are a lot of film labs in different countries, and this is something that they've already been doing. And it's just a matter of time na, dito sa Pilipinas magkaroon tayo ng ganitong klaseng program. It's also interesting that we are doing this for the first time sa documentary, not even sa full feature. Kaya sobrang grateful talaga kami sa partnership namin with FDCP. So, ang nangyayari is magkakaroon sila ng residential workshops. So, ano ba yung residential workshops? Yung ating mga mentors ay gumawa sila ng iba't ibang topics or nag-set sila ng mga modules or curriculum for each of those workshops. So it's a 3-day intensive where they will learn different concepts about documentary filmmaking. How do you really find those footages? How do you put those footages together? What is impact producing? What is audience design? I mean, how do you make these documentaries suitable for the market or the audience na gusto mong palabasan ng film mo? So, it's in different places. I think we're doing Tagaytay, Batangas, and Baguio. So, sa tatlong lugar na to, magkakaroon ng fellowship, magkakaroon ng workshop, ang lahat ng ating bagong CBOL recipients, magbabonding sila at meron silang mga mentors na nakatutok sa mga projects nila. So, talagang binibigyan namin ng importansya ang development kasi isa din ito sa mga bagay na parang here in our country, we're not really giving as much importance. A lot of our films are being developed in a rush, or sometimes dahil kulang tayo sa oras, we put it together and walang tamang planning or development. I'm not saying that everyone is doing that. I'm just saying that maybe, to tap and to really empower our new filmmakers, we can introduce this concept of you understanding your project. How can you, bring in those elements that you need? Baka makatulong ang ating mga historians on how you're going to conduct your research. So, napakaraming bagay na pwedeng mangyari through these residential workshops, and we're just hoping that through these workshops, you can make a better output. You can come up with the best version of how you want your documentary films to come out. So, yun. So at least you have an idea of the documentary now.
Any questions?
Yes. Yeah, I just want to add to what Chair Lisa mentioned about the distribution of documentaries. It's true that we seldom see documentaries in our local theaters. In the past several years, I could only cite maybe at least two, like Imelda, and more recently Little Ascals, about young football players who went to Great Britain for training. But among the entries in this year's Sine Saysay, there are projects that I think could easily cross over to the commercial theaters. Okay, there's one like the subject is his dying father, one of the founders of Communist Party in the Philippines, but also played a major role in the purge within the movement. So that's an interesting subject, I think. And then there's another one about underground women during the Second World War, Luther. That's a very great potential to attract a big audience. So hopefully our distributors and exhibitors will give a chance to more documentaries to be released commercially.
selection process. If you're curious about how we selected it, very unusual kasi seryoso kami sa pagpasa ng proposal yun. In fact, I did my own research as I read your proposals. I had to buy books on Katipunan because there were so many proposals on the revolution. So ganun yun, but since basically I'm not a historian, I'm an anthropologist, I was very interested in the framework. Tinitignan ko yung mga framework kasi ang mga batang filmmakers mahilig mag-overwrite yung paghahaba-haba ng proposal, no? To a point na minsan, kinukontra na isang teorya, ang kanyang isa pang teorya. So I was very curious about that. So tinitingnan namin yun. Hindi kami yung parang pagdating ng proposal, that's it. Because we're very conscious of the fact that the historical commission was with us, no? So hindi pwede yung para na data na present. So I had to look at the library and look for the books. Lalo na yung mga nakalagay yung mga bibliography yun, I check kung tama yung bibliography yun. Okay? So may mga iba, kung may bibliography, yung tinatawag ng double citation, nabasa sa isang libro, kinuha yung notation, nilagay na as if nabasa niya yun. Hindi po pwede yun. Kasi dapat nabasa mo yung buong sources. But I think the focus of the competition is to look into the heroes that have been unexplored, basically. Katulad na isang proposal ng 19 parties, no? Aklan. Everybody knows about Rizal, everybody knows about kung nagbabasa ka na kasaysayan ng Pilipinas, parang nababasa mo lang, ang mga bayani nasa malapit lang sa Manila, o nasa Bulacan lang, nasa Laguna. Forgetting that the revolution was happening outside in Mindanao, in the Visayas area. So may mga ganun.
We have a question from a blogger, Lorenzo.
Hi, my question is about distribution and archiving. Kasi since, of course, in far places like Mindanao, Visayas, they don't have enough facilities for distribution. Also, archiving facilities for, let's say, mga documentaries. So, are you also having plans to set up those type of facilities na para mapalagaw lalo yung documentary viewing ng public?
Right now, our Davao Cinematheque, kaka-approve lang namin yung na magkaroon ng archive sa loob ng Cinematheque. Basically, to really collate the collections or yung mga films na coming from the region. In terms of distribution, we are opening our platforms to help our filmmakers find the distribution outside. We're working with various documentary film festivals para magkaroon tayo ng special showcase for Philippines para yung mga decision makers natin, the distributors from Al Jazeera, NHK, yung mga dapat natin itap ng mga decision makers can be part of the showcase and can where all our filmmakers can pitch their projects, or we're arranging also partnerships with documentary film festivals para magkaroon ng showcase at preview ng mga films ninyo before you bring it to international premieres. So, yun yung mga iniisip namin ngayon. We want to make all our resources available for our filmmakers. Kasi right now, alam naman natin, we're still finding our market here in the Philippines. And because, the world is so big now, even other countries are looking for distribution in the Philippines. They're seeing us as a market. So I think we should always think that way also, that as much as we are, I think right now there should be a focus and talagang hopefully with Sine Saysay, magkaroon talaga tayo ng kamuungan sa importansya at pagbibigay halaga sa documentary filmmaking. And at sana mag-translate din siya at hindi lang siya din maging international or hindi sa mga festivals.
My next question will be for the National Historical Commission. Kasi since there's, in terms of making films, of course, you have to check the accuracy of yung mga facts. Since you can actually use documentaries as propaganda, di ba? So, ano yung mga is there something like a template or something like a rating to make sure that this one is not borderline propaganda or it would state the facts?
Actually, this is the first project we have with FDCP, and our first attempt at documentaries. So really now, wala pa naman kaming guidelines on what you're supposed to do with the documentaries, except that our advice is you consult historians historians who can go into primary sources on what the historical event or personage was really like. So I'm just happy that we got a lot of entries with different subject matters. So it runs the gamut of from pre-colonial to World War II to communist period. So very interesting topics, and I'm sure the filmmakers would want to bring out the human nature in each of these heroes. So we're really looking forward to all the documentaries.
Last question. My last question would be, in terms, again, going back to distribution. So let's say after the showcase and competition, are you also opening up these entries to be available streaming like Netflix, etc.?
Well, normally, ang process of distribution is, once you have your output, you find first where do you want to really show it. What's the path? Gusto mo ba siya na diretso sa broadcast? Gusto niyo ba siya mag-theatrical sa labas? Or gusto niyo siyang i-run sa festivals? So we will work with the filmmakers to understand which path do you want to go in terms of your project. Because if your project is worth being part of a film festival, of course, ang route mo is mag-premiere muna doon kasi hindi tayo pwede mag-distribute agad sa territories dahil you want to first get the whatever accolades you can get from these festival exposures. But for those projects na alam nyo na yung project nyo is mas reach out, pwede siya mag-reach out sa broadcast or cable, we have platforms and we have partnerships din doon. We can introduce you to distributors who can find a lot of revenue streams for that. Meron tayong mga partnerships ngayon with iba't ibang VODs, meron yung mga VOD na nag-concentrate sa documentaries. So, FDCP will connect you with these, but of course, at the end of the day, it's your, kasi there's one thing, we don't take the rights of your films. We are getting a non-exclusive, non-commercial rights, meaning for educational purposes, free of charge. Hindi to profit generating pagdating sa part ng gobyerno. In terms of how you want to find co-production or co-producers, we are supporting that, and at the same time, yung afterlife ng mga films ninyo after it has been shown in festivals, yun, we also give you that. Pero ang hinihingi namin is you allow us to really also use this for the purpose of education and cultural exhibitions. Yeah.